Tonight on DC News, now at 9, 20 years later, chilling memories of the DC sniper attacks that terrorized the region for weeks. A return to the town where the manhunt ended. Plus, the death toll from Hurricane Ian continues to rise as the president prepares to visit the area's hardest hit. Tonight, we're on the ground with the rescue efforts and the staggering cost to fix the damages. And as Breast Cancer Awareness Month kicks off, we're sharing the stories of survivors in our communities, how one local woman's life changed after her diagnosis. Good evening. Thanks for joining us for DC News Now at 9. I'm Annalisa Gale. Tonight, video continues pouring in of Hurricane Ian's aftermath as the death toll rises, with now at least 54 killed, including 47 in Florida. This is video from Fort Myers of one of those hardest areas. Residents are still assessing the damage in their neighborhoods. In this one, neighborhood captured on Saturday. Here you can see homes without windows on the south end of the Fort Myers beach. And coming up this week, President Biden will visit Florida on Wednesday to take a look at that damage. And tomorrow he will visit Puerto Rico to take a closer look at the cleanup efforts underway following Hurricane Fiona 2 weeks ago. The president approved federal aid for areas hardest hit by storm damage. Well, it has been a wet weekend here in the DMV. Meteorologist Scott Sumner joining us now with the latest on what we can expect for our work week. And we'll have another challenge tomorrow, Scott.
Yeah, absolutely. Much of the same, actually, here, Annalisa, as we go into Monday with regards to more rain showers. And we factor in the wind is going to be picking up, especially along the coastline. All right, let's do a little regional by regional tour here with our radar, and we'll start off just to the west of downtown, the district here. We're looking at places in Manassas Park, Iron Gate, Ashton Glen, downtown Manassas, Georgetown South, Hunter's Square, Bloom Crossing. These are all areas that are seeing some light and steady rain at times right as we speak this moment, the 9 o'clock hour. As we move a little further to the north, Boonesboro, Myersville also getting into the act with some showers, some light rain at that. Lambs Knolls, Arnoldtown, and Burkittsville all seeing some light rain here just to the northern fringes of I-70. And then we'll take I-70 down to 270 and then right into the Beltway here and around the district of D.C. Yeah, we're picking up some light rain showers. I know for a fact walking outside tonight for some dinner, I did pick up on that. And as we go into tomorrow, the out-the-door forecast, well, how about this? More showers. Go figure, right? More rain, isolated showers around. Also throw in the fact that there could be some fog out there, some mist and drizzle, and temperatures are going to be nasty. They're going to be into the 40s tomorrow morning. We have a north to northeast wind at 10 to 15 miles an hour, especially along the coastline, and that's going to make the temperatures that are in the 40s feel even cooler than that. So periods of rain and fog overnight tonight, wet and windy weather to start the week. Some sun by Tuesday, especially for the mountains, but other than that, I'm looking at more clouds than not, and then sunshine and milder by Thursday. Boy, I can't wait to get to Thursday. It's only Sunday. I'm racing to get to the middle of the week here. Well, I'll tell you why. I explain it and show it to you with the 7-day forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Scott. And new tonight, officials are asking residents on the Chincoteague Island on Virginia's eastern shore to evacuate due to dangerous weather conditions. A voluntary evacuation order was issued at noon today. Tomorrow's forecast is calling for 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts, periods of heavy rain, and a chance for significant flooding. Well, right now we have an update on a shooting involving a toddler who was found in Southeast. Police say around 12:30 this morning, they responded to the 2500 block of Q Street in Southeast for a car accident. That's where they found a 2-year-old boy suffering from a gunshot wound. They say it appears the shooting happened in Prince George's County, and the driver of the vehicle was trying to take that child to the hospital. The child is expected to survive. Prince George's County police are working to figure out when and where that child was shot. Also in Prince George's County, police are looking for someone who stabbed a man outside a restaurant in Hyattsville. Officers were called to the Queens Chapel Town Center off Hamilton Street just before midnight. They say 2 men got into an argument that ended with 1 man being stabbed multiple times. The victim is now in the hospital in critical condition. Well, today marks 20 years since the Beltway sniper attacks. Dave Laval takes us to Frederick County now, where the manhunt ended for those killers 2 decades ago.
The westbound South Mountain Welcome Center is located on I-70 between Myersville and Hagerstown. This is where the nationwide manhunt for John Muhammad and Lee Malvo ended. People who lived in the DMV at the time of that terror recalled their stories with us.
That was a scary time, too. 20 years. It doesn't seem like 20 years, does it?
Yet it's been that long for Rob Welch of Hagerstown to look back on the terrifying 3 weeks that gripped the metro Washington, D.C. area. 41-year-old John Muhammad and 17-year-old Lee Malvo committed the first of their 10 Beltway murders, October 2nd, 2002. Welch recalled how scared he and his family felt.
Not wanting to come out of my house, right? I mean, they were just shooting people at random. And no one knew where, why, how.
Chris Esterly lived in Smithsburg at the time.
Driving to Baltimore every day and hearing stuff on the news and not wanting to get out of the car when you got down that way.
The two men committed the murders with a rifle from inside the trunk of their blue Caprice. Their killing spree left most people frightened, but not Steve Harris, who lived in Clinton, Maryland at the time.
Anyone could have been a target, but I could be a target of traffic accidents.
The search for the car and the suspects ended October 20. The search for the car and the suspects ended on October 24th as authorities converged on the westbound South Mountain Welcome Center. They found the two asleep in their car.
I was happy to hear that part.
Relief, yes, but the arrest also created some tension for Esterly.
They were that close to you, you felt kind of okay out here, but not at work. And then all of a sudden it was like, wait a minute, they're all the way out here.
Virginia executed Muhammad on November 10th, 2009. Malvo is currently serving multiple life sentences without parole in Virginia. The Maryland Supreme Court ruled in August Malvo must be resentenced because of his age at the time of his convictions. Near Myersville, Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Breaking news tonight in Pittsburgh, where there was a deadly fall at a Steelers football game tonight. A man died after falling from an escalator at that stadium, formerly known as Heinz Field. The fall happening shortly after the end of the New York Jets' 24-20 victory over the Steelers. And overseas, panic at a soccer game in Indonesia. At least 125 people are dead after clashes between two rival teams on the field. It happened yesterday. At least 125 people died, many of them trampled to death. Authorities say police fired tear gas in an attempt to stop that violence, but it only made matters worse, triggering a chaotic rush of fans to the exits. It marks one of the deadliest sporting events in history. Closer to home now in sports, will Washington Commanders running back Brian Robinson be back on the field sometime soon? That update just into our newsroom tonight. Yahoo Sports reporting that Robinson is expected to be back on the active roster this week. The 23-year-old was shot in D.C. during an attempted robbery back in August. So far, no arrests have been made. And ahead this week in the district, tomorrow at 11 a.m., D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser is expected to provide an update on the Black homeownership strike force. The strike force was announced this summer, with the mayor bringing together D.C. residents from various backgrounds, including experts in housing and financial housing, as well as immigrants, members of the LGBTQ+ communities, and more. The goal of the task force is to increase the number of Black homeowners in the district by 2030.
We know that Black Washingtonians are starting a few steps behind their neighbors and having the generational wealth that they got passed on to them to invest in homes in Washington, D.C.
How critical this issue is.
Tomorrow, the mayor will discuss the task force's recommendations for increasing Black homeownership using the $10 million budget proposed. The event will be held at the Howard Theater. And over in Montgomery County, school psychologists are preparing to host Mental Health Awareness Week. They hope it will give young people and their families valuable advice from mental health experts. Activities throughout the week will feature daily themes, live events, speakers, and informational videos. It all starts October 10th and it ends on October 15th. Sessions will be available in multiple languages. Still ahead here on DC News Now at 9, the DC community is preparing to remember a boxing trainer and father for the last time. And a product that's meant to protect kids is recalled. What you need to know about the hazard that can cause choking. Plus,
streams of showers are moving in across much of the viewing area this evening. And with the cooler temperatures and really the roller coaster ride of temperatures this week might be a good way to see the change of seasons. Yes, fall foliage is going to get a little bit better here as the colder air and the shorter days are coming.